Nicolae Ceausescu, born on January 26, 1918, in the rural town of Scornicesti, Romania, is a figure whose rule continues to spark fascination and debate. Rising from humble origins, Ceausescu became the General Secretary of the Romanian Communist Party and the President of Romania, amassing extensive power and influence. This article provides a comprehensive exploration of Ceausescu's life, his regime's policies, and the lasting impact of his rule on Romania. Ceausescu's rise to power began within the Romanian Communist Party. A loyal supporter of Soviet-style communism, he steadily climbed the party ranks, capitalizing on the political turmoil and power struggles that followed World War II. In 1965, Ceausescu assumed leadership of the party, positioning himself as a staunch nationalist and seeking to consolidate his authority. During the early years of his rule, Ceausescu implemented a series of economic policies aimed at reducing Romania's foreign debt and asserting its independence from the Soviet Union. He pursued a policy of rapid industrialization, heavily investing in heavy industry and infrastructure projects. Under Ceausescu's leadership, Romania experienced a period of economic growth, but this came at a significant cost to the Romanian people. Ceausescu imposed strict austerity measures, including food and energy rationing, to fund his grand ambitions. Ordinary citizens endured long queues for basic necessities, facing constant shortages and deprivation. The regime's focus on exporting goods to earn foreign currency further exacerbated the scarcity of essential goods within the country. The living standards of the average Romanian plummeted, as they struggled to make ends meet in the face of dire economic conditions. Ceausescu's regime was characterized by an increasingly oppressive and authoritarian style of governance. Dissent was brutally suppressed, with censorship and surveillance tightly controlling the flow of information. The regime's security apparatus, headed by the feared secret police known as the Securitate, infiltrated every aspect of Romanian society, instilling fear and paranoia. The slightest hint of opposition or criticism of Ceausescu's regime could result in imprisonment, torture, or forced labor. Ceausescu constructed an extensive personality cult around himself, crafting an image of the all-powerful Dictator leader, and demanding unwavering loyalty from the Romanian people. His face adorned countless propaganda posters, billboards, and public spaces, serving as a constant reminder of his authority. The regime propagated a narrative of Ceausescu as a visionary leader, working tirelessly for the betterment of Romania. However, behind the carefully constructed facade, the reality was far bleaker. One of the most contentious aspects of Ceausescu's rule was his population policy, aimed at boosting birth rates to create a larger workforce and increase Romania's international standing. In 1966, he issued Decree 770, strictly prohibiting abortion and contraception while incentivizing large families through financial rewards and penalties. The policy's implementation was harsh and invasive, infringing upon individual freedoms and leading to a range of social and economic problems. Ceausescu's population policy had disastrous consequences, with thousands of women subjected to forced pregnancies and unsafe, illegal abortions. The overcrowding of orphanages and the abandonment of children due to economic hardship became widespread issues. The coercive nature of Ceausescu's population policy caused immense suffering, as individuals and families were stripped of their reproductive rights and autonomy. Ceausescu's foreign policy was marked by an assertive pursuit of Romanian interests and a desire to maintain independence from both the Soviet Union and the Western powers. He skillfully maneuvered between East and West, seeking diplomatic recognition on the global stage. Ceausescu also adopted a non-aligned stance, refusing to fully align with either the Warsaw Pact or NATO. However, this approach led to Romania's international isolation, as Ceausescu's regime was criticized for its human rights abuses and lack of democratic principles. In December 1989, the tides turned against Ceausescu as popular discontent reached its boiling point. The regime's brutality and economic mismanagement had left the country in a state of despair. Sparked by protests in the city of Timisoara, a wave of revolution swept across Romania, leading to the overthrow of Ceausescu and his wife Elena in a dramatic and violent uprising. Ceausescu's trial and execution on December 25, 1989, marked the end of his brutal reign. However, the aftermath of his rule presented significant challenges for Romania's transition to democracy. The country faced a daunting task of reckoning with the crimes of the former regime, rebuilding institutions, and confronting the economic and social consequences of Ceausescu's policies. The legacy of Nicolae Ceausescu remains deeply contested in Romania. While some argue that he oversaw important infrastructure development and assertive foreign policy, his oppressive regime and catastrophic economic policies left scars that are still felt today. The wounds inflicted by Ceausescu's rule have prompted ongoing debates about the nature of power, authoritarianism, and the path to democratic governance in Romania. In conclusion, Nicolae Ceausescu's tenure as the leader of Romania was marked by a complex mix of economic mismanagement, oppression, and grandiose ambitions. While his regime pursued nationalist policies and asserted Romania's independence, the cost to the country and its people was immense. Ceausescu's legacy continues to shape Romania's political landscape, serving as a reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the need for open and accountable governance.